All right, welcome to the Tuesday night training. And I'm so excited that you're here because we're going to talk about private label rights, otherwise known as PLR. We're going to talk about how to use it in our digital marketing plans and the things that we can do with PLR. And I think you might be actually a little bit surprised with how you can use PLR and break it apart and actually put it into your digital marketing plan to help you build blogs and emails and websites and create that list that you kind of boost with growth because the fact that you're using PLR to help you get content for all of the things that you're working in with digital marketing. So let me go ahead and jump in and start my PowerPoint and we'll get started. So let me share my screen and we'll jump into PowerPoint and get this started. And so the name of this training is how to confidently use PLR to boost your email marketing. But what you're going to find out as we go through this is that we're not just going to focus on email marketing. We're going to do probably a lot more, cover a lot more, because PLR is so versatile that you can use it actually for many, many things. So the first question is, what on earth is PLR? What is it? Well, we said just before that PLR is private label rights, and private label rights is what gives you the ability to get content that you pay for from someone else, and you take that content and you can tweak it, change it, make it better, add to it, delete from it, whatever you want to do, and then put your name on it like you wrote it. So it's almost like having a ghostwriter for you, except you pay this person and they give you pre-made, ready-to-go content that you can kind of work with and play with. So that's private label rights. And this material, this content that you get, you can tweak it to put it in blogs, emails, on websites, in chatbots, in PowerPoint presentations. And what I'm going to show you today, this whole PowerPoint presentation was actually created from a PLR product. So I'm going to show you how you can take a product and tweak it to be yours to be able to use for something like a webinar like this. Okay, so we'll go all the way through and I'll constantly remind you that this is actually a PLR product. All right, so let's talk about 3 surprising facts about PLR or private label rights. The first one, this is a fact, no doubt about it. It is not stealing to use PLR products. You're actually paying for those products. Fact number 2, it's not unethical to use PLR content. And when we talk about unethical, we talk about are you going against the ethics of yourself and other people if you use PLR products? We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then fact number 3, people you respect are actually using PLR. You just don't even know it. So let's talk about fact number 1. It's not stealing to use PLR. So the first thing that you need to understand when you're working with PLR, private label rights, is you need to understand your rights when you're using it. And every single PLR product that you purchase is going to have a list of what your rights are, the terms. And you'll be able to give it away sometimes. You'll be able to only sell it. You'll only be able to sell it for $7.95 and nothing lower, but you can sell it higher if you want to. You can be allowed to change the graphics, allowed to change the content. You could put your name on it. There's all kinds of different rules that they will tell you, yes on this, yes on this, yes on this, no on this, no on this. So it becomes critical that you understand your rights when you're working with PLR. So what are the rights levels? What kind of rights can we be looking at? Well, there's giveaway rights, resell rights, master resell rights, private label rights, and personal use. So let's talk about each one. Giveaway rights means that you're allowed to give away that product for free. And for free, you can actually then ask the customer for an email address. Fabulous way to start an email list. To get a PLR product, give it away to someone in exchange for their email. That's called a lead magnet funnel. And you can whip that up real quick in Builderall using Cheetah now. It's absolutely fantastic. In fact, we made 16 lead magnet funnels in about 3 hours. So it is very possible to do that, very possible. So then we've got resale rights. Resale rights allows you to take that product and sell it to someone. So you can tweak that product, adjust that product, as long as it's PLR rights. You can do whatever the rules say in there that you can do in terms of service, and you can resell it to someone so they can use it. Then there's master resale rights. And master resale rights gives you the ability to sell it to someone so they can turn around and sell it. So I could sell this product to Dominic, and then Dominic can take it and sell it to someone else. That's master resale rights. So that gives you the ability to pass on the resale rights to someone. Then we've got private label rights. That's the big one that we're working with today, because private label rights allows you to change the product, to call it your own, to really customize it to your personality and your flair, and then you can go out and sell it, or you can give it away according to whatever the terms are for that private label rights product. And then the last one is personal use, and these are products that you purchase and you're only allowed to use them for yourself. You're not allowed to give them away. You're not allowed to sell them. You're not allowed to give them master resale rights. You're not allowed to do private label rights. You only are allowed to use it for yourself. So what we're going to focus on in this class is private label rights, to make sure that you see the PLR stuff that you can take and customize to put your own flair and your own personality into it. So fact number 2. It is not unethical to use PLR content. And I get tickled because I wrote some cookbooks. And those cookbooks, actually, some of the recipes came from a PLR product that I had. And when I was telling my dad how easy it is to make cookbooks with PLR products, and I said all I did was buy some books that were PLR, take the recipes out, tweak them, cook them, tweak them, make them my own, and then put out the recipe book. My dad laughed and said that was cheating. And I said, no, it's not. It's actually really smart business. I can crank out 52 cookbooks quick by using PLR products rather than me trying to make recipes myself. So, you know, people on the outside don't understand the value of PLR content. It is not unethical to pay someone for their content so that you can use it. So let's talk about plagiarism versus PLR. When we talk about plagiarism would be me going out to Paula Dean's website and pulling all of her recipes and then using those recipes to make my own cookbook. That would be plagiarism, because that's Paula Dean's stuff. I didn't pay for that. I didn't have permission to use any of that. That would be not good. That would be very unethical. That would be plagiarism. And in some places, I think plagiarism is death. I'm not sure, but it could be. But if I go out to a PLR place and I say, I want to buy your recipes and put my name on it, that's what I'm paying to be allowed to do, is I'm paying them to be allowed to use those recipes and put my name on them like I did those recipes. So what can you do with PLR products? You can make sure first that you're reviewing the terms so that you understand what you can and cannot do with them. You can choose to keep these PLR products as they are. Don't ever do that. You can do that, but don't ever do that. I suggest that you rewrite all PLR products that you use with your style and your flair, that you can add to it if you want to. So these are fabulous tools to get basic content, and then in between all of that content, you add your own stuff in there too. Because a lot of times these PLR products are pretty generic and pretty general. And when you start digging into them, you're like, ooh, I could add this right here and I could add that right there. So you can always add to it. And again, that's going to make it your personality and your flair. You can choose to take away from it. If there's a whole section in there, like say you're doing something for Builderall, and there's a whole section in there on ClickFunnels, take it out. You can do that. That's one of the things you can do when you have PLR products. You can also put your name on there as the author. Remember, and I want to emphasize this, you have permission to do that because you bought a PLR product and you paid for that product to be able to do that. It's no different than using a ghostwriter. And then, of course, some of the PLR products will let you change the graphics. You can go in there and look at the graphics that they've made and maybe change the graphics, tweak the graphics a little bit, and make it yours, your colors, your style, your flair, everything about you. And sometimes this is the hardest part because it's hard to take a ebook that's already created and then decide how you're going to change it to make it yours. So when that time comes up, then you just kind of test and play with it a little bit. And there's a lot of programs that can help you out with that too. So fact number 3, people you respect are using PLR. You just don't know it. So many people, you guys know this because you're busy entrepreneurs, many people do not have the time to write their own content. They just don't. Could you imagine Hillary Clinton just typing at the computer to write her own book? Do you really think that she wrote her own book? Really? No. She probably had somebody ghostwrite it, and then she would go through and make corrections, maybe add a little bit to it, but there's no way that Hillary Clinton completely wrote her own book. She doesn't have the time for it. So let's talk about some other examples of who use PLR. We've got politicians, we've got those autobiographies they're written that you would think an autobiography would be written by the person. But there's so many times that the autobiographies are not really written by the person. The person does an interview with the ghostwriter, they write down things, notes, jot down things, and then they write the autobiography, and then they give it to the person to go through and verify and edit and all that kind of stuff. So autobiographies are, again, another one that they have ghostwriters. Athletes. There's many people, many athletes that have books out there. Do you really think that all the athletes wrote those books by themselves? No, there are ghostwriters that write for them. And then celebrities. I love the celebrity books that come out. It's actually hilarious to me because you know and I know that they're way busy, spending too much time on all kinds of news channels and all kinds of, you know, reality shows or whatever. They have no time to sit down and write a book. So they do an interview with somebody, make it a ghostwriter, and that ghostwriter writes for them, and then they actually put it out like they wrote it themselves. And then, of course, many business gurus. I can't imagine for the life of me Gary Vaynerchuk sitting down and completely writing his own book. Pat Flynn, he's great. I love Pat Flynn. He's one of my favorites. But I can't imagine him writing all of his book by himself. These guys have ghostwriters, editors. They have people that help them to beef up their books and write them. So these are really great examples of people that use ghostwriters, which is very similar to PLR, to be able to get their content out there in front of everybody. And using ghostwriters has several benefits. Just like in the case of the politicians, athletes, celebrities, and business gurus, they know it's way faster to get someone to write stuff for them and then they just review it and edit real quick. It's easier because now they can go on those talk shows, they can go on the radio shows, they can go on these live action reality TV shows and stuff like that because they've got someone handling their content for them. And then for us as business people, it's way more economical than spending the time doing something that's not going to necessarily generate me money right away. It will generate off my authority and my expertise, but it will not generate money for me directly. So I need to pay attention to the things that generate me money and let somebody else do my content for me. So that's way more economical to have somebody else do my content for me so I can be working over here doing the money generating stuff. So that is, in a nutshell, the idea behind PLR is it's way faster, way easier, and way more economical. So let's talk about journaling your thoughts. What would you use PLR for? Think about that. What questions do you have about PLR, and what concerns have kept you from using PLR? So I'm going to open up these questions to everybody, and I just want to kind of get your thoughts on these questions. So let me stop sharing my screen for a second. And the first question was, what would you use PLR for? So do you guys have any ideas in your mind, just bouncing around? What kind of things would you use PLR for? Davita?
Create your own webinars, create your own e-learning courses, and then, like you said, repurpose it.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And this presentation that I'm giving you right now is from PLR product that I just went through the product and created the slides. I Shelly-fied them. I put my personality in there. And you're seeing I think it's a great PowerPoint presentation that I'm using as a webinar presentation. So you've seen already, right in front of your eyeballs, a PLR product that's being used for a webinar. So you can definitely do that. Any other questions on our thoughts about how you could use PLR? Willie, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
With me, mine is all about the structure, the pattern, and the form. And I will say that the PLR will give me the structure, the form, and the neatest consistency. So
right. Yeah, and you bring up a really good point, Willie, because when you start to sit down, let's say that you want to do 7 emails. You want to send out 7 emails. And you're not really sure what you want those emails to be about, right? You're just kind of thinking, okay, I need to write 7 emails to get out to my people, but I don't even know where to start. So you can find a PLR product on the niche area that you're writing the emails about, and that will prompt you to get some ideas on what you can do with your emails and how you can structure your emails. Same thing with e-learning. If you're building an e-learning course, and you're not real sure what you want to put in there, you can look at some PLR examples and you can see how they've got it structured, and that will help you organize your e-learning. So there's just so many ways that this can help you. Even if you don't use that PLR product completely or even partially, you can use the outline of it to put together an e-learning course. So it helps you to line everything up in a good order, and then keep to that order, even using some of that content that they may have to help you with the content that you're building. So I think that's a great comment, Willie. Absolutely wonderful. Anybody else have some ideas on how you can use PLR content?
Oh, hi, Shelley. It's Judy. How you going?
Hey.
Sorry, I haven't got my camera on. I've got the nurse duties in the background. I've got this program actually signed up, and I looked at it just briefly, but now that you're doing this, I'm really excited to go back in and have another go, because I've been trying to put together my coaching program for some time now, and I'm not really good at writing all that stuff. It's in my head, but I'm not really good at putting it on paper. So I'm excited now to get into this. Yeah, I'm going to put it into the magazine, I think.
Oh, that's fabulous. So that is material that's already created that you can take and kind of juggle a little bit and put it right in there. That's fabulous. Yeah, that's exactly it, Judy. That's exactly what I want you to think about doing. And I want you to get that kind of stigma of PLR away and go ahead and use PLR, because like I said, people are using it every day that you just don't know they're using it. Tony Robbins, you guys, he's great. He's the mindset guru, right? Get your mind right. Tell me, do you really think that he writes personally all his material?
I know he doesn't.
Yeah, so if he can do it as a multimillionaire, why can't you do it, right?
Exactly.
Get yourself in a place that you can accept using PLR. Dominic, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in. That's exactly what I did with that magazine that I posted. All those were PLR products that I got for free. I just went in there, found a certain, found subjects and just copy pasted. I put that magazine together very quickly.
Fabulous. So that is the fast part of it, right? Very, very fast. It makes it a lot faster to get that content out. So now I want to ask a question that was another question on our journaling or thoughts, is what questions do you have about PLR? Is there anything kind of dangling out there that you're not sure of what PLR is? No? That's good. Yay, us. All right. The next journal question to think about is, what concerns do you have about using PLR? Do you have anything bouncing around your brain that says, yeah, I'm still not real sold on PLR? One of the questions that, oh, sorry, go ahead, Gerald. Go ahead.
I got a lot of PLR that I've been accumulating, waiting for a moment like this. And my concern is, would you rewrite a lot of them, or do you tweak them a lot? Because, so many people are buying those same PLRs that would you change the whole thing, or just the beginning enough so if people get into it, they'll know that it's something different? Because I have ideas that I want to do with my PLRs, because I got a lot of 3D spokesperson or 3D animated videos that I want to actually have a presenter on the screen
Yeah.
speak them and do different things than everybody else is doing to kind of add a human aspect to it. Do you think that's a little overboard?
No, I don't
Or-
actually. That's going to be your style, Gerald, your flair. And people will
Right.
see that style and they'll go, man, Gerald's awesome. I got to be a part of what he's doing. There'll be other people that'll go, that stinks. I hate that. Because believe it or not, there are people that look at my stuff and they go, that stinks. I hate that. But they don't resonate with me. So you do it your way, the way you want to do it. And then you keep building and building and building, and you will find those people that'll resonate with what you want to do. And they'll see it and they'll go, okay, I like that Gerald. I'm gonna join his group because he's a pretty cool guy.
Oh, that's cool. Because I was just, and now the webinar thing that you were talking about that's coming up, is that because I want to kind of create, because I got a lot of them that are in the same niche and stuff, and I want to do text to speech stuff with it to make it really personalized.
Right.
And will that webinar stuff, the stuff you're coming up with, will that help me get to that point? Because I want to be able to package them all in one thing where people can go and see it.
When we get to the end of this, I'm going to show you the original PLR product that I got and how I changed it to the PowerPoint that I'm using now for this webinar.
Right. Okay.
Because
I learned a lot by buying.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Because I bought.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just
Well,
going to say, you're doing exactly what I want you to do. You're getting that PLR product, you're looking through that PLR product, and then I'm sure that you see a few of them, you're like, that's crap, I'm not gonna use that one. And then you look at another one and you're like, oh my gosh, that's the bomb diggity right there, but I like this section and don't like this section. So you do know it's perfectly okay if you have 5 products to trash one and then take pieces of the other 4 and put them together into one product.
Okay, yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I was going with it, because rather than having 4 or 5 halfway decent ones, making one really awesome one.
That's right.
Combining all the things.
When you do that, you will start putting your own personality and flair in it, because they won't just go together perfectly. You'll have to switch them up a little bit and change the wording and make it all Gerald, so that when they read it, they're getting your personality when they read it. And again, there are certain people that'll resonate with you and they will just love what you've done and they'll want to be a part of what you're doing.
Awesome, because I'm hoping to kind of use them to filter them into my video marketing thing that I'm starting, because I want to target it towards businesses that are struggling to get their stuff out there. Let them learn themselves, and then me selling the videos that they're going to need to promote it, you know?
Yes, that's fabulous. And that's going to speed that up so you can get that done. So very, very exciting. Right. Another thing about PLR that you may not know is there's a lot of PLR products out there. People will sell you 5,000 PLR products for $5. Don't fall for it, because those 5 PLR products are crap products. And I'm sure Gerald can say he's gotten a few. And when you go through those products, if you go through 5,000 products, you might find one really good one. So I'm going to actually spend some time to show you where some good stuff, good PLR is at, so that you can take those items and actually tweak them and not have to do so much work. We also have a lot of PLR products that are outdated. So when you read through them, they're from 1972, and you're like, wow, we don't even have that anymore. So that's another pitfall, is you can find products that are very, very old, and you've just paid, $24.95 for a product that isn't even relevant anymore. So we're going to make sure that we find products that they're up to date, they're relevant, and they're well written and well cared for. So don't worry about that. We'll be jumping in and finding those good products for sure. Any other questions before we move on? You're welcome, Gerald. Any other questions or comments?
Shelley, there's a question in the chat.
All right, so it says, Darla says, can you compile pieces of blogs and other information, or say recipes for DIY products, oil, soaps, sugar, scrubs, etc., and combine what you learn, even if it's not a purchase download? Recipes themselves, not the instructions on the recipes, but recipes themselves are not copyrightable, because they're basically a group of ingredients. And it's the same way if you talk about how to make maybe a sugar scrub. And honestly, there's not a whole lot of ways to make a sugar scrub. It's sugar and some flavoring, and there you go. So the reality is that if you find a list of ingredients for something, that's something that you can take put it in your own words, right? Don't copy it exactly, but put it in your own words. And then you can put the instructions in your own words on how to do it, and then you're perfectly safe. So it's literally finding these recipes, tweaking them to be yours, and then putting them into a book. That is absolutely doable, and it's actually, it makes it really, really fast. But if you're looking for products like to make oils and soaps and sugar scrubs and stuff like that, I'm betting you can find tons of PLR products. If you just type that in, like sugar scrub PLR, betcha you find some, betcha. It may not be on the products that I use or the platforms that I use, but I'm sure there's people out there that actually have those PLR products out there. They're smart people. They know if they build it, they will come. And they're at the top level saying, here's how to make it, and I will sell you this information on how to make it so you can share it. So that's actually where the money is. So I'm betting you can find it. Betting. So check that out, okay?
I bet you're right. I will check that out because it probably is there. Because I know there's so much free stuff out there that you can find, and I know that it varies a little bit. And like me, I live in the high desert, so I want to speak specifically to what's going to work for my high desert, not your humidity.
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
All right. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. So welcome.
I know they're out there because I have some in my stash.
There you go. Yes.
Good.
So you can connect with Terry and ask her where she found them.
That's right.
All righty, you guys.
I listened to Shelley's training the first time I heard this information and went where she told me to go, and that's where I found it. So there you go.
I always go where Shelley tells me to go. Thankfully, Shelley always leads me to the perfect spot.
That's so good. I'm glad to hear it. All right, you guys, let's keep going. So I'm going to share my screen again. And let's move to the next screen. And PLR resources. So where are some places that we can get PLR? So these are 3 resources that I use. I use ID PLR, Surefire Wealth, and Resell Rights Weekly. And make sure you write these down so you can find them. But ID PLR is real easy to find, Surefire Wealth, Resell Rights Weekly. Now, these 2 bottom ones, I don't use as much anymore because I have fallen in love with ID PLR. But any of these 3 are definitely resources that you can use. And you can get some great stuff from them as well. Let me find this. There we go. Hopefully that did it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go in and we're going to take a look at IDPLR because this is the best one out of the 3. And I'm going to show you how you can find some great PLR products very easily. So let me just go ahead and change my screen here. Let's see that right there. That right there. And let's go to IDPLR. So I'm going to go to idplr.com. And idplr.com has thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of PLR products. And they have free products as well. So you can go into the free product section and take a look at any of these free products that they have. There are PLR products, there's resale rights, there's master resale rights, there's giveaways, there's personal use. There's just so much in here that's actually for free. But I have the membership, and this is an incredible membership area. They've got tons and tons of materials once you become a member. And there is a monthly membership. I got the yearly membership, and I've had this probably about 10 years. And I just paid the lifetime membership. I think it was $199. Now it's like, I think it's $99. It's very inexpensive. But for me, $199, I got access to every single thing that they have in their membership area. So I get everything they have no matter what. And they constantly add. They add, I think it's about 100 products a month. It's really insane. But let's take a look at what they've got. So if I go into products here, well, let me log in first. So I'll log in. There we go. Absolutely fabulous. And so now I'm inside my membership area. And if I go to products, you can see that we've got ebooks, software, videos, templates, graphics, music. They've got a ton of WordPress templates. And we've got WordPress now in Builderall. So, oh my gosh, you guys, if you grab some of these templates, tested them out, put them in a package and sell them to Builderall people, think about it, you guys. You can make some money. And these are PLR products. So in here, let's take a look at ebooks. We've got resale rights, master resale rights, private label rights, giveaway rights, and personal use rights. So remember, we're focusing on private label rights in this class, in this training. So let's take a look at what ebooks they have that are private label rights. So I'm going to click that. And it's going to take me to a page that shows me all of their ebooks that are PLR, private label rights. So if I scroll down, you can take a look. There's 10 plus pages. There's probably a heck of a lot more than 10. But scrolling down, we've got insider trading, top nutrition tips, top juicing recipes. Scroll down, yoga poses. That would be painful for me. Travel mistakes to avoid, all kinds of stuff. Storytelling marketing, Davita, this is one for you, right? Storytelling marketing. Flat belly made easy. I don't believe that because it's never easy to flatten my belly. But you can see that there's just tons and tons of stuff in here. You can also search by keyword. So if you're looking for like an affiliate marketing ebook, that's PLR. You could type in affiliate marketing and it will pull that up. If you're looking for sugar scrubs, you could actually type that in and see if anything pulls up. And my guess is it might. It actually might, because this has got so much stuff in here. But once you find something you like, so let's take a look at influencer marketing. So if I just click on that and go into that product, it can actually show me information about that product. So it tells me a little bit about the product right here. It gives me a list of what topics are covered inside the ebook. And it also tells me what my permissions are. So in this particular product, I have private label rights. So we know that's a PLR product. Number one, that's good. And I am allowed to sell it. I can use it for personal use. I can package it with other products. I can modify or change the sales letter. I can modify or change the ebook, the main product. I can modify the graphics and the e-cover. So I can make my own graphics. I can make my own cover. I can add it into paid memberships. I can put my name on the sales letter. I can offer it as a bonus. I can use it to build a list. I can print it or publish it offline, which means if I tweak it enough, I can submit it to Kindle for ebooks. I can also convey and sell personal rights. I can convey and sell resale rights. I can convey and sell master resale rights. Now, here's what I cannot do. So right here are the things I cannot do. I'm not allowed to give it away for free. I'm not allowed to add it to a free membership site. And I'm not allowed to convey private label rights. So I can't sell it to Davita as a PLR. I can only sell it to allow her to sell it or allow her to use it, but she cannot private label it as hers. Okay, so those are my permissions with that product. So this looks like a great product, but I still don't know for sure if it's one that I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click preview. So I'm going to click the preview button, and it gives me some stuff that I can click to get a better look at this product. So I'm going to click here, and then maybe we'll click report. And it actually has the ebook itself, and I can click on the PDF, and it will show me an example of what the pages look like. So there's the first page, and there's the copyright page. There's the table of contents, and there's an introduction. So you can see how it's written, if it's crappity crap. I remember in the last class, someone was saying that they got a PLR product that had about 4 lines per page. So this one definitely does not have 4 lines per page. So it gives you a view of the quality of the product, right? So once you've taken a look and you decide, okay, the quality of the product is okay, I think I could work with it, then the next thing you do is actually go ahead and download. And also included in here is a squeeze page example. It's got emails. It's got the main report. So you've got more than just the ebook. It's going to give you an example of the squeeze page you can use to sell this product or give it away in exchange for an email. So there's also the emails that they have. Let me see if they've got them in there. So here's one of them. So if we open it up, it actually shows you what their sample email looks like that you can use in your email list to promote this PLR product. So this is actually a pretty good product to start working with. So you could download it and then start the process of going through that product and deciding what you're going to change, Are you going to change the cover, which I would? Are you going to change the graphics for the sales page, which I would? And make sure that you put your style, your personality, your flair into that product so that they're not hearing the words of someone else. They're hearing the words from you, so they're resonating with you. If you leave the wording the way it is, they're resonating with the writer who you don't even know. So make sure that you change it with your words, your personality, your flair, so they really are resonating with you and they become rabid fans of you, not somebody else. Okay? So that's IDPLR. It's very, very easy to use. There's tons and tons of stuff. And the other good thing about it is they add tons of products every single month. So if I go into, let's see, resources, last 100 products, you'll see that they keep on adding. I think it's about 100 products a month, but just wonderful, wonderful products all the time. Some of them have video courses and audio. The ones I like to buy the best are the ones that are PLR, private label rights. They have a giveaway, they have an ebook, they have video, they have audio. I can use all of that to pull it apart, put it back together, and then create a full funnel. So I give away the product, then I sell them the ebook, then I upsell them the video package. If they don't want the video package, I downsell them the audio, and then I can go another step and add a high level ticket offer to them as well for coaching. So lots of ways that you can use this material and be able to put it into not just a blog, not just emails, not just a website, but even a whole funnel that you can build from these products. So let me stop sharing and see if you guys have any questions so far.
How you doing, Shelly?
Hey, I'm doing great, Roberto. What you got?
Okay, I got one. I was opening in the real estate investing niche, and I found one that it says short sale, and it shows to be master resale rights. What is the difference between the master resale rights and the actual PLR?
Master resale rights means that most of the time it means you cannot change the product. It just means you can sell it, and you can also sell it to someone to allow them to sell it. That's most of the time what master resale rights means. So that means that I could sell it to Louise, and Louise could sell it to Terry.
Got it. And the PLR?
Private label rights usually means you can sell it, and you might even have master resale rights to allow someone else to sell it again. But you also have private label, which means you privately label that as yours with your name, your design, your text, your graphics. That's kind of the big difference. Master resale rights, you have the right to sell it, but you usually don't have the right to change it. PLR rights, you have the right to sell it, but you can also change it and put your name on it as yours.
Okay, on this one says that I can put my name on the sales letter.
So that means when you're creating the sales page, and there's usually a long sales page letter, at the end of it, you can put your friend Roberto Rondon. But on the product, you can't put your name on it.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions, you guys? No? Okay, let's keep moving on. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we'll keep going with our PowerPoint presentation. Maybe. Let me see if I can get that up. See right here. There we go. So we took a look at some of our PLR resources. So now let's talk about how we can use PLR in Builderall. We already talked about some ideas about how we can use PLR, but let's expand that a little bit. So of course, in this training, we can talk about using PLR for an email campaign, right? So instead of fretting about sitting in front of the computer and figuring out what to write for your emails, you can go and find PLR, and they can help you write those emails with content already created. But we can also find content for a website, just exactly like we just saw on that product with IDPLR. They already have the website created for you. It's a squeeze page. There's probably some pretty good text in their content that will give you ideas on what you can do for your own website. And now with Cheetah, when you look at that website, you can recreate it in Cheetah in a matter of minutes. It's insane. So these PLR products you can use to help you build content for your website. You can also use content for a blog. I have 30-day challenges that I'm creating, and I'm putting those 30 days of challenges inside of a blog, and it's all PLR products. So every single month, I'm going to release a 30-day challenge, like a challenge on how to be happy, a challenge on how to be stress-free, a challenge on how to organize your life, right? So these challenges are 30-day challenges, and these are PLR products that I bought from somebody. I tweaked them. I put all 30 days into a blog, and now I will get emails sent out with a link to the blog so they can look at that blog every single day. That's a challenge, and it's all done with PLR products. How cool is that, right? It would take me forever to write that, or I'd have to pay a bunch of money for a ghostwriter to write it for me. But PLR products, I pay them, and it comes in, and I just get it all set up. So you can use content for a blog. Content for a webinar. That's exactly what you're seeing me do now. The PLR product that I had, I tweaked that, put it into a PowerPoint presentation, and you're seeing the information from that PLR product in this PowerPoint presentation. So another great way to use PLR. Content for mobile apps. I have created so many mobile apps. I've published close to 200 apps. And there's a lot of apps that if I wasn't making stuff for a customer, I was making something for me so that I could put it up on the mobile store and sell it. So I took a lot of PLR content and put them into mobile apps and published them on iTunes, on Google Play, and in Amazon. So I've done a lot of that with mobile apps. Makes it super fast, super easy. I use PLR content to create 30 apps in 30 days. It was insane. Actually, no, it was 100 apps in 30 days. So I did about 3 a day. So just think about that, how fast that makes you work when you've got that content already there. You can also do content for a chatbot. I want you to think about what we've been covering in this PLR training so far. Wouldn't it be cool to do a complete PLR training in a chatbot? So you can put all this information in the chatbot and organize it so they can go completely through the training in the chatbot. How cool would that be, right? So that is another use. You can use PLR products to create content for a sales funnel. And we already kind of talked about that, where we could put it into a sales funnel if we got a product that had an ebook and videos and audio, and then a giveaway product. That makes a whole funnel right there. And then if that's your niche area where you want to offer personal coaching, you can do one more level. So you've got all these products that are leading up to the coaching program where you're really going to make your money. So sales funnel can work too. And then of course the lead magnet funnel, where you can take a PLR product and give the product away if you have permission to do that in exchange for an email so you can build your email list. So it's absolutely fantastic. And then of course, like Judy was saying, content for a magazine. So you can go out and find content, tweak it, put it in your own magazine and let her rip. And what a great idea for a magazine to build with the new magazine builder in Builderall. It's absolutely insane what you can do with this magazine app. And it's lovely to watch our members building amazing magazines with this product. Dominic was talking about doing the same thing. So even content for a magazine you can do with this PLR stuff. So how to make PLR your own, how to make your PLR content unique. So what are the things that we can do to make PLR very unique to us? The first thing is that we can change the title. So if we talk about that PLR product that we looked at just a few minutes ago, instead of using the title that they had, you can actually go in and change the title to something maybe stronger, better keywords, and then go from there. So that's a good change that you can make. I actually use the same exact title for this PLR product in my in the name of my web promotion or webinar. Gosh, I can't even think of the word. But use the same name for my webinar, so I didn't change the title. But I could have gone in and changed the title and made it even a stronger title with kind of a call to action. So I did number 2, rewrite when necessary, and I like to change that. Instead of rewrite when necessary, rewrite as much as you can. So when you look at these PLR products, make them yours. Don't take it and say, yep, looks good, I'm going to run with it. Because what's happened is probably another 5,000 people have ran with that same exact content. So you want to take it and tweak it, rewrite it, make it yours. You can do that. And one of the ways you can do that is using that Google voice type. You can actually go through and read a section of your PLR and then just speak it out the way that you would teach it. And it will be different. It will be very different. And then from there, when you speak it out, it types it up for you, and then you just edit and it's ready to go. So that's another way that you can kind of change it, is you're never really going to speak it the exact same way you read it. And you'll add things in there and you'll miss a few things, but it'll be yours after that, because then you did it completely yourself. And then idea number 3, you want to always add a call to action in these PLR products, especially if you're giving them away. You want to, at the end, have something that you're selling them. So you're going to see at the end of the PDF that I made from this PLR product, I have a link to Builderall to join Builderall. So it would be something that I might give away and say, here's some great ideas on how to use PLR. Do you want this product? Give me your email and you can have it for free. When they get the PDF, at the end, there's an invitation for them to join Builderall. So again, a call to action at the end to get people to sign up or to buy something from you or something like that. Excuse me. So now let's talk about journaling our thoughts. What story or opinion would you like to add to the PLR that you own? So if you own PLR products already, what kind of story, what kind of opinion, what kind of things, information can you add in there to start making that PLR product your own? And then the next question is, how would you change the title of the PLR you're using? Brainstorm a few ideas. So when you're talking about this PLR product, it was, I don't even remember the name of it, but it was something, your email marketing. So you could brainstorm, look at that title and brainstorm some ideas on how you could change it to be a stronger title to get their attention and even be almost like a call to action. And then what are the 3 calls to action that you want to include in your own PLR content? When we're finished, I'll show you the end of my PDF document, and I'll show you exactly what I did at the end of it to serve as a call to action to join Builderall. So what are 3 fun ways to use PLR products? Well, one of them is to launch multiple opt-ins. So what that means is, let's say that you're trying to build an email list for internet marketers. Well, there's a bunch of different types of internet marketers out there. So you can put a lead magnet funnel together for stay-at-home moms, another lead magnet funnel for students in college that are wanting to make some extra money, and another lead magnet funnel for the older generation that's just getting back into making money online, or just getting into making money online. 3 very different niches, but they're all going to the same internet marketing subscriber list. So you just find PLR products on stay-at-home moms, on college students that are trying to make extra money, and older people that are getting into the online business scene. And you use all of those to reinforce that idea of internet marketing and get them added into your internet marketing subscriber list. So you've got 3 different niches going to the same place, the same idea. So you can actually do that with PLR. You just find the right products, it will stimulate you to write the right things, and then you can put it all together to build your subscriber list. Idea number 2 is blog content. I kind of talked to you already about what I do with mine. I've got 30 days of content that I do for blogs on different challenges. So the happiness challenge has 30 days of blog entries on how to be happy. The stress-free challenge is 30 days of how to reduce your stress. They're absolutely phenomenal. And again, if I had to write these on my own, I'd just be stuck. But as PLR products, I can do it in a flash. Idea number 3, funnel traffic to your opt-in page. So create a great opt-in page like the one that came with this ebook that we looked at, and then funnel traffic to that opt-in page to get them to give you their email in exchange for a copy of that book. So it's very doable. PLR products are just absolutely amazing. So another journal your thoughts. How many opt-ins do you currently have on your website or blog? So if you're doing opt-ins, you want to make sure that you have content on there to stimulate them to want to give you their email. So think about what you've got out there and how PLR products can help you create even more and even better opt-ins. And then how are your opt-ins performing? Is there one that's converting better than the rest? This goes back to A/B split testing. You can create many different versions of an opt-in and then A/B split test them to see which ones are doing better. And then look over your PLR content. Could you create social media updates and images using it? Absolutely. You can see on this one that I've got images on each of the panels. These images came with that PLR product that I made this PowerPoint from. So I'm using it in my presentation. I can also take this plus little blurbs from the PLR product and create social media posts from it too. So I could post to Facebook, I could post to Instagram, I could post to Twitter. So think about how I can stretch this content and use it not just for building emails or creating an email list, but getting the information out there so I can be seen and heard, and then hopefully at some point be seen as an authority in the area that I'm promoting. So creating content upgrades with PLR. So what are some of the things that we could do to maybe do upgrades to the PLR product itself? So I could create a checklist. So what we've done today, we've talked about PLR products and how we could use them. Every single thing that I've said could actually be put into a checklist and say, did you check this? Did you look at that? Did you make sure you did that? Did you make sure you did that? If you're looking for a PLR product, what a great thing to have would be a checklist to say, is this allowed to be given away? Yes. Is this allowed to be resold? Yes. Is this allowed to put my name on it? Yes. And if you check everything off, that's a really good PLR product, and off you go. So think about creating a checklist like that and then adding it to whatever you're selling, and use that either as a bump sell or as an add-on or a giveaway to get an email, right? So lots of different things you can do to stretch. Idea number 2 is make a worksheet. A worksheet would be a fabulous thing to make for this presentation, right? If I'm going through and talking, I could make a worksheet together and give it to you guys so you can take notes as you're going on that worksheet. Idea number 3, design a resource list. This is another great thing that you want to give away with every single PLR product, or sorry, every single thing that you sell. If you're selling an ebook and then a set of videos and coaching, with that ebook, you should always design a resource list, and that resource list should have all of your affiliate links to all of the things that you use in that niche area. So if I was going to put a resource list together, I would put a resource list together that had Screencast-O-Matic, my affiliate link, and I would have some major products that I've bought with the affiliate links on there, so that when they're going through these products and they say resource list as part of the package, they can open that up and boom, 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 all my affiliate links are right there. Okay. Idea number 4, turn your post resource into a PDF. So let's say that you've done a lot of social media posts, you've done a lot of WhatsApp posts, you've done a lot of blog entries. Take those things from your PLR that you use to create them and put a PDF together. And then you can either give it away in exchange for an email or sell it for a price. Okay, so again, lots of neat ideas to stretch that PLR content as far as possible. All right, another journal your thoughts. So think, as I'm saying these questions, what's one piece of PLR content that you could turn into a checklist? This PLR presentation would be a great checklist. Which of your blog posts could you add a downloadable resource to? I would say that any product that you make, you should have a sheet in there, a separate page that is a resource page, and you add it in there as a package. So when you zip files together, one of those files in there should be your resource page, and that should have all your resources that you use, including Builderall, as a resource with your affiliate link. So you're giving them information on some things that you use, and it could result in them actually becoming a member, making a purchase, and you making a commission. And then, have you ever tried to turn a blog post into a PDF to see how it converts? I have so many blog posts now, I'm positive I could go to my blog and grab content and create fabulous PDFs. So it takes you finding good PLR, doing those blogs, getting them together, and then finding those best ones, making them into PDFs. And then you can give them away in exchange for an email, or you could sell them as a package. Lots of neat stuff. And here's a bonus, how to reuse PLR. So we've done all this stuff with PLR. What else could we do with it? So idea number one, you can turn a report into a podcast episode. In fact, when I did my podcast, it was BizTech Mastery was the name of it. And after a few times, I ran out of material. I was like, I don't even know what to talk about anymore. So I went to PLR and pulled some PLR product resources and used that as a resource to kind of prompt me to get some ideas on my podcast episodes. So that is a great idea, and I've actually done that. Live stream an ebook chapter. This is another fabulous one. If you are trying to sell a book, why not take one of the chapters in there and do a webinar on it and say, we're going to talk about this chapter here, and do a webinar on it. And then, by the way, at the end of the webinar, you can buy this whole ebook for this price. Fabulous idea. Create a challenge from your PLR products. That's exactly what I'm doing with the 30-day challenges. So I'm taking that PLR product and I'm making a challenge that will be sent out by email, and then emails will have a link to the blog entry where they can see it every day. I'm also using the PLR product for the Facebook auto post. So I have it already created. All I have to do is set it up, and it will send out to my Facebook page every day a post that matches the blog post, which matches the email. So it is all PLR products that I'm using for that project, and it is absolutely huge. And then create a YouTube playlist from your PLR product. So from this product, the PLR product that I'm using to make this webinar, I could go and probably create 2 or 3 or 4 videos focusing on each individual area that I've talked about today, and then put that together as a playlist and have it on my YouTube channel. People will find it, they will subscribe. I'll have new subscribers to YouTube, and eventually you get enough subscribers, you can actually set it up to earn money off of your YouTube channel. And so every single month now, I actually earn from YouTube by doing advertising on my channel. So that's another thing you can do, is just kind of beef up your YouTube channel with PLR products. So let's talk about journaling our thoughts again. So what PLR content could you turn into a podcast episode? So if you have PLR now, like what Gerald does, Terry does, Dominic does, they could probably take their content, and I bet they have enough content to do a year's worth of podcasts. I bet, because if they're like me, they've downloaded a lot. Have you ever tried using PLR for live streaming content? And how did it go? So this is an example of using PLR for a webinar and even doing a live stream. We could live stream this to YouTube, live stream it to Facebook. And to me, it's fabulous to get you started and get you going. And then, do you have PLR content you could quickly repurpose into a challenge? I definitely do. And you could take any PLR product and convert it into some type of challenge. So that's about it for PLR products and what I wanted to show you tonight. Do you guys have any questions or any comments about what we covered?
Oh, one thing. I have been doing podcasting for 13 years. And when I first started, it was all ad lib. And then I found I was losing, and then I would come across articles and things that fit what I wanted. So I used that as my base, and then I put my own stories into it.
Awesome. Yep, that's exactly it. And that's what PLR products can help you do as well. So, and PLR products also can help you not only give you the ideas, but help you create supplemental material. So if you're doing your podcast, at the end, you can say, hey, if you want a summary of what we talked about today, just go to blah, 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 sign up, and you'll get a free copy of a summary, a PDF summary of what we covered today in our podcast episode. So, you know, great stuff, you guys. You just got to kind of think about how you can stretch that information to use it as best you can. Anybody else? I see Louise smiling. What that means is Louise's brain is exploding, right? I've seen it before. Good. That's great. I'm so excited. I'm glad to see that. This is such a, honestly, there's so many people that have told me when I've done this PLR training it's like an epiphany, right? It's like, oh, I think I understand now. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope Louise, that you're able to take some PLR product and just knock it out of the park with it. It'll be great.
You know what? Thank you so much. I had never even heard of this idea before. So my brain, I'm going to go to bed and let it all roll around now. So extraordinary.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, keep me updated on how it goes. I'd love to hear how you're doing with it.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Any questions or comments, you guys? Gerald, go ahead. Oh, you're muted. I think you're talking and you're muted.
Okay, how's that?
That's perfect.
Okay, you said something earlier, because as I told you, you know, I've been collecting PLRs for a while, and the most frustrating thing for the longest time was the fact that usually when you get them, they give you the already written landing pages and thank you pages, but they're all in WordPress.
Right.
And I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, but now I hate to ask you this, but is it possible that you can show how I could, if I wanted to use their WordPress version in the Builderall, how to go about doing that? That's number one.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that tonight, but honestly, I would suggest that instead of going the WordPress route, that you just open it in one window and then open Cheetah in a side-by-side window and just rebuild it in Cheetah. And I do that with so many websites now. Cheetah is like lickety-split.
Well, that's what I noticed, because I got two computers, and I noticed the other day, I'm looking at the website they give you, and it's like they actually break them down in panels. So you can actually look at the first panel or whatever they call that, and you can literally like funnel hack the whole thing from the first panel all the way to the bottom. And it just, my mind went boom. When I saw that, I go, the whole taking days to try to recreate these funnels just went goodbye. Well, days for me because I'm amateur. But
no, it is so easy.
Process just went away.
Cheetah's got those panels, so you just pull in a blank panel if you want to, or go with a pre-made panel if you find a panel that kind of matches what they've got. And then honestly, it's just a matter of.
And some of them do.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool, because I noticed that some of the panels are actually very similar to the ones they actually have in these funnels. It's almost like made it a gift.
That's right.
Which is really cool, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, it is great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I like the idea of you showing me how I can use. Usually they always come with 10 to 12 articles related to the product, and I like the idea of possibly using those as a podcast to get people, to get them in the idea. And then if you have more in that niche, you can just keep expanding on it, which is awesome.
That's exactly it. I want to show you another. Before I get to Willie, I want to show you another tool. This is a tool that you'll need, and that is a tool that you can use to pull PDFs together. Because a lot of times these are in like Word documents, and they'll also give you a copy in a PDF format. And there's a great tool that you can use to merge and break apart PDFs. So I'm going to show you that tool right now. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to go into my my internet access. Let me get there. There we go. And I'm going to go to a website that's called PDF Candy. PDF Candy. PDFcandy.com. And when this opens up, you're going to see a great place to go to be able to work with PDF documents. So it will allow you to take a Word document and convert it to a PDF. It will allow you to take a PDF and convert it to a Word document. It will let you take an Excel document and change it to PDF. Let me see if I can get in here. PDF Candy. It's thinking. It may be taking a while because my internet's really acting wonky. But just check it out when you get a chance, since it's not pulling up. But it's called PDF Candy, and it allows you to do all kinds of neat stuff with PDF, including edit the PDFs and merge PDFs and break apart PDFs. And this is a great thing because one of the PDFs that I have is journaling. And it is a fabulous PDF that has journal pages that you can use to journal about internet marketing. You can journal about stress. You can journal about whatever. And they're great journals, but when I go through them, I don't like certain pages. I want to pull them out. So I use PDF Candy, and I pull out the pages that I don't like. And then from another journal, I may like some of those to be able to pull them into that other journal. So I use PDF Candy to be able to do that. And it's absolutely fantastic. So check that out when you get a chance, pdfcandy.com. It will, you'll thank me later. I'm sure of it. All right, Willie, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh, sure can.
Gerald, it's magic that I've found. I go to a website. It's a extension that you can add on to Chrome called Gallerify.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes all the pictures, the sizes, and it's like, oh, this is like magic.
Yes, that's actually a Google extension. It's called Gallerify, like gallery, only Gallerify. And when you activate the extension on a live website, you're actually looking at it in a browser. It will allow you to pull all the pictures off, all the images off. So if you've got a live website that they've given you an example of, like the squeeze page, you can pull up that squeeze page and then use that extension to pull all the images off if you want to. You can even do that on Builderall websites. If you find a good Builderall website, a template that you like, open it up and go to the preview and then use Gallerify to pull the images off that you want. That's the best way to do it, because a lot of times the images don't, if you remove them from the website, they're not going to show up in your digital file repository. So you have to go to the live and then use Gallerify to capture those images. So Gallerify is Gallerify. If you go into the Google Chrome web store and type that in, you will find it. Okay? Gallerify. I put it into the chat so you can see it. Go ahead, Willie.
And this is helping me switch all my pixels over to Cheetah also.
Awesome. Good. That's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Also, just a caveat on Gallerify. When you're not using it, make sure to go into your Google extensions and just turn it off, deactivate it. Always, if it's an extension that you don't use a whole lot, just turn it off. And I'll show you real quick how to do that if you're using Chrome. I'm in the Chrome browser right now. If I go to this top right-hand side, there's 3 dots. If I click that, I can go to More Tools and then go to Extensions. And that lists all my extensions. And I have a lot of them, but I have most of them turned off, like Gallerify, which is right here. Gallerify is turned off. The reason you turn it off is because if they're all turned on, it will suck up your RAM and it will slow your computer down. So just turn them off when you're not using them. And like Gallerify, you know when you pull up a website and you want a picture, you just go into the extensions and turn it on, and then you'll be able to pull them up with Gallerify. And then when you're done, turn it back off so it won't suck up your RAM and use up all of your computer capability. Google extensions are notorious for slowing your computer down. So just disable them for a while, and you can always turn them back on and use them when you need them, okay? All right, any other questions before I go, guys? This training will be available on the event calendar. So as soon as I get the render and then put it up on YouTube, I'll put the link on the calendar. So if you go to the event calendar on the dashboard and you look up the Tuesday night training, if you just click it, you'll see it'll say replay, and I'll put a link to the replay for you, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here. You guys had great questions. You were great students, and I can't wait to see you again really soon. Probably next week. I'm not sure if we're going to have everything because it's, but we'll see. Just check the calendar, and you can see if there's going to be a training or not. But anyway, until then, if I don't get to see you again, have a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. And I will see you guys all around the internet. And don't forget to build something amazing in Builderall. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Good night, Shell. Happy Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. Bye, you guys.